Hey folks, this is EasyPlease23 here, checking back in with more Destiny news. Yes, Destiny, the lie that came before No Man's Lie, as I would like to put it. And some of you may take that as, well, an insult because, well, you probably like Destiny still. I'm just kind of doing this video off the cuff with no script or anything, so if I ramble, I apologize, but that's just where this goes. So, why am I making this video in general? Well, I got an email from Bungie saying, we have something from you, a message from the tower, and I haven't got one of those in a long time, since the Taken King. And I already have a video on that, which is right there. You can click on that to listen to what I had to say there, and the horrible, horrible things that went on, or you can keep listening to this video. So, either way, the email goes on. Once you go down to the bottom, you get 5 adventures, 1 blockbuster collection. Now, if you click on that, you get taken to their website where it says "Buy Destiny: The Collection." See, the newest expansion for Destiny, and I use the word expansion with air quotes because I have no idea really where they go on their whole expansion ideas. That is because their first 2 expansions were basically wiped off the face of the map when the Taken King was created. The Taken King completely did away with the House of Wolves missions and the other, what was it? The Dark Below. Those missions were still around, but they weren't integral anymore. And then it's like the Osiris tournament that they had going on, that was done away with too, because then it's like, oh yeah, new expansion. All the armor you get from there is now worthless because new expansion. Yeah, they could have, of course, updated it by now. Like I said, I'm doing this straight off the cuff because it's just my contempt for just how they're handling Destiny is just something else in general. So, well, first of all, what is the Rise of the Iron going to cost you? Well, it's going to cost you $30. Plain and simple. You can go on their website right now and pre-order it for $30 whole dollars. So, what did the Dark Below? If you were like a day one adopter like me and you actually freaking got caught in the expansion bot, the expansion suck up that costed you $40. So about $100 out the door if you just bought the regular game and the expansion thing with it. That was basically worthless when the Taken King came out, which was another 40. So if you kicked in for that, you're up to about $140 right now, not counting elsewhere that has higher prices like Australia and other places. You know what I'm saying? So this is just another $30 whole dollars to drop into that Destiny bucket, the game that will last you 10 whole years. 10 long years, and what are we on, like year 3? Something like that. This has got the word lockout written all over it. Hopefully it's not as bad as the Taken King. The Taken King was a complete lockout for all people who didn't own the expansion. If you didn't own the expansion, you didn't get any of the new classes, your level was locked, and you couldn't compete in the Crucible anymore. You just couldn't because you didn't have the maps. So I hope that isn't what they decide to do with this one in the Rise of Iron. And the funny thing is if you get the Rise of Iron and you pre-order it, you get your very own Galahorn. That's right, the Galahorn. Now, for those who don't play Destiny, the Galahorn, oh, and it's in black, by the way, special Galahorn in black. Now, for those who don't know Destiny, the Galahorn is basically the best weapon in the entire game. It's a rocket launcher that just rapes everything. That was the whole thing. And then we had the creator come out and say, we are nerfing the Galahorn because we don't want this to be Galahorn Simulator. Well, look what they're giving away with the fucking Iron Banner, or the Rise of Iron. The Iron Banner is the freaking tournament that they had when I played in the Wolves. The Galahorn. The Galahorn is what everyone's going to get. So not only is everyone who's going to get whoever pre-orders this is going to have a Galahorn, but there's going to be a huge influx of Galahorns throughout the entire game. And we weren't supposed to be Galahorn Simulator. Are you fucking kidding? I really don't see where they're going with this. Like I said, I haven't touched this game since I made my video so far long ago. I couldn't even believe it, really. It's like, okay, it's another expansion. I get that games need DLC and things to have expansions and to continue to make money, but it's just the way that they did it. It's like they've gone back on everything they said. I will always think of the interviews where the guys go up there and be like, the one dude, I think his name was Noseworthy, And he goes up in the interview and goes, "Oh yeah, in the next expansion we're gonna focus on the story." And then it's like, "Oh dude, you know that joke?" And then it's like they go in and just completely shred it. And it's like, come on now, nobody knows any of the characters' names. This isn't a huge novel thing like Halo was. It just didn't. And they tried. Didn't they, this? It's just they tried to make it. They tried to make it World of Warcraft with guns. Or at least their best guess. But the only thing they did was lock pretty much all of us who were on the brink of the game out when Taken King came out. So I don't know how this is really going to splinter the community. I'll have more details probably when the game comes out itself. It's just I just can't believe it. And for those who are going to put in the comments, "Oh, Destiny, that's still a thing, huh?" Of course it's still a thing. Until Destiny 2 comes out, probably next year, or maybe 2 years from now, if they're going to keep or just keep doing expansions. Don't fix it, huh? Especially if they're making money. But that's really just my thoughts. These are just my first thoughts on, like, when I saw Rise of Iron. I thought it was actually a joke, because but until I scrolled through Instagram, and then all of a sudden I saw the trailer play, and I was like, no way, this is real. And then I read the email, and I just had to talk about it. So, Destiny Rise of Iron. Who in my audience still plays? If you still play, leave a comment and tell me how it is now. If there's any differences than when I got off that 1 year ago today. Well, that 1 year, well, it's almost today, kind of, because around the end of August is when I was done. Wow, this all just comes together. Okay, so, do you still play Destiny? Are you going to get I always want to say the Taken King, but are you going to get the Rise of Iron? If so, drop it in the comments below, and I'll get back to you guys. Thank you for listening. Give me a thumbs up, and it'll help me out, and don't forget to subscribe for more news and other games and stuff. Don't forget I have other videos, and thank y'all for listening again, and I'll see you on the next video. Not from space, though, because space is just dying now because Destiny still exists.